And welcome to the final stage of this year's Barum Czech Rally ZLIN, the 50th edition of the rally, and we're at the final stage stop line here. This is where the winners of the rally and of their categories will be crowned. It's nice and dry. It's relatively clean. A bit of debris on the ground from the first running that we had. Plenty of drama in the first running. It's 25 kilometers long, so anything can still happen. I got my phone out just to go through the results as we come into this final stage. It is Herczig and Jindřiška Zárková who are out front by 20.2 seconds over Jan Kopecký. Then it is Andreas Mikkelsen in third, followed by Norbert Herczig. He's in a little bit of a battle to try and retain that fourth place over Philip Maris, 0.6 of a second between the two of them. Then it's Marczyk in sixth place. Seventh is a friend of Llarena who's just got past Callum Devine in the previous stage, 1.5 seconds between Llarena in seventh and Marczyk in eighth. Miroslav Jakis is in ninth, and then Johan Bernardo is in 10th. Herczig and Jindřiška Zárková out front. Herczig is a ZLIN resident. He went to school in ZLIN, and it was a couple of years ago where we came up with this idea. As Herczig, as an ex-mountain biker, World Cup mountain bike racer, BMX rider, he basically used to ride to school on his bike and everything like that. And 2 years ago, he had to miss the Canary Islands event, which was round 2 of the championship, because he was taking his school exams. So we decided to take him back to school a couple of years ago. So we're playing the video from a couple of years ago when Herczig was in ERC3 Juniors and was in his first year in the European Rally Championship. And Herczig and Jindřiška, it was filmed very early in the morning on a recce day. I think 7 o'clock in the morning, which for a 19-year-old, 20-year-old was pretty early in the morning. And but we got him there and we kind of reenacted his school time. But what it was he had to miss the rally in Gran Canaria because he had to take the exam either then or he had to take it the week of Barum Czech Rally ZLIN, which obviously he did not want to miss. He didn't want to miss his home event, so he elected to miss the Canary Islands event to then go and do his exams. So it meant it's free to do the home rally, and it's been good. I remember seeing Herczig in a Peugeot, in a 208 Rally 2 R2 car for 3 years ago, that would have been, and he was absolutely beating everybody in the two-wheel drive category. And then on the last afternoon he had a problem and he retired out of the event. But kind of already then at that point I saw something in him, a very likable person, a very mature person, spoke fluently English, French, obviously Czech. And I was thinking, where has this guy come from? Who is he? And I remember in the last round when we were in Italy, he said he couldn't wait to get to Barum Czech Rally ZLIN, and he hoped it was going to rain, which it did initially on Friday morning in the qualifying stage. And since then, it's predominantly been dry. There's been rain in and around the area, but it has been predominantly dry, but with muddy sections. You can see the cars just coming through now. These have got some water and some dampness on them. So there is obviously some rain in there. There were small spots of rain we were hearing on the helicopter lens. So that was what was just giving us towards the start. The stage was delayed by 15 minutes, but should have, all being well, should be live now. And as we said, 25 kilometers long. Just going to check we've got any updates going on now. So and that is done. So we've done the Herczig Cais clip. We have done that, and we've watched through that. So Herczig Cais and Jiska Zarkova, been part of the Orsak Rally team since they came fully into the European Rally Championship, associated with M Sport as well through this Orsak team. They've driven Ford Fiesta, Rally 4s, and then last year they moved up to the R5 car, the now Rally 2 specification car. And it's been 2 years in the junior category, 2 years in the main category, and it just takes time. This is what rallying is. Rallying is about experience, and wasn't sure what that noise was there. Rallying is about experience and getting that knowledge of stages. We're seeing Andreas Mikkelsen even coming back to a rally that he did before, 10 years ago though, but different pieces of road, different roads being built differently now, and maybe roads haven't been built, but drivers who've been coming back and back in the last 3 or 4 years just got that experience over Mikkelsen. So it takes time to get that experience. Jan Kopecký, the man with huge amounts of experience here, currently in second place, not wanting to take massive risks and big gambles against the likes of Cais. Eric, well, you've got Jan Kopecký, who's been there, done it, got the t-shirt. You've got Herczig Cais, who is here, wants to do it, and wants to get the t-shirt, so to speak. And he's got 25.5 Ks to get through. Kopecký 20 odd seconds behind him, so it'd be interesting to see how they can match that up. With Mikkelsen looking at consolidating his points. Remember, Alexei Lukyanuk not here as the police helicopter flies over and above us. Alexei Lukyanuk is not with us this weekend. He had a crash in testing on Wednesday, and the car wasn't repairable, and the team Santalok electing not to try and fix the car or try and get another car here. They have an event in 10 days' time where they need 2 cars, and I think they're already kind of on their way to that event, so that potentially knocked them out of the game. And your Mikkelsens, Cais to a degree, but not really, because Cais has scored lower edges of the top 10 points so far this season, but your Mikkelsens, your Marczyks, your Llarenas, Herczig, remember Herczig was on the podium in the last round, they need to try and take some big points while Lukyanuk and Arnatov are not scoring. You can drop some scores in the ERC. Lukyanuk will drop here, and he'll drop Rally Roma de Capitani because he was off the road there as well. It will be interesting to see what goes on. Cais, I was just going to check. Remember, there's day points. Does Herczig Cais, he should lead the day because he's had 4 out of 5 stage wins so far. So let's just have a quick look at that, get that up on the screen as we wait. So let's just have a look. Yeah, Herczig Cais is... hang on. Have I worked that out right? Yeah, Herczig Cais is out front on the day points as well by 18 seconds. So that just gives us just a little insight. But his gap at the front, as we said, 20.2 seconds. Messages coming in. Let's just keep an eye on what is going on message-wise. Okay, right. I was just assumed that we'd seen the Cais clip. Sorry, apologies for that. Right, okay, we were meant to show it. I just assumed we'd seen it when I talked about Herczig Cais going back to school. So apologies for that. But yeah, we took him back to school, we did. So 2 years ago it was. So anyway, that was obviously not ready to go when I said we took him back to school, but never mind. But the cars are in the stage. I've got my start list here, and the first car is Jaroslav. No, it's not. Jaroslav Orsak is the person who runs Herczig Cais. Miroslav Yakis, who is going to be our first car on the road. He's not been super happy, running in 10th place overall, not just been fully on it this weekend. He was a little bit cautious in the cuts yesterday when it was a bit dirty, and that just dropped his confidence a little bit, and that just lowered him down. Then it is on the road Callum Devine, followed by a friend Llarena and Mikko Marczyk. So that is our first 4 cars that we will see. I haven't been told the stage is live, but I suspect it is. So we will just get some pictures up, and hopefully we will find out what is going on. Lots of people in and around. Got pictures of Mikko Marczyk out on the stage. As we said there, the big jump early on in the stage, which hurt Tibor Reddy's back earlier on the first pass. Remember, this is their second pass, so the road potentially will be a little bit dirtier, but they will have a bit of knowledge of where that dirt is. So if Marczyk is into the path of the stage, 4 cars are in that stage so far. So we've got some rally action. It's quite strange. Me and Chris drove this stage earlier on in the week. Chris Ross, the fellow reporter, and he drove me around. The start of it's really tricky. It's in a village. You go around a traffic island, then you go down through the side of some houses, and then after that you go through a builder's yard, which is like really tricky to go through the builder's yard. And then it's a really narrow road climbing uphill, and then you go up the hill a little bit, and once you're out and up the hill, it starts to open out. It's very fast in places, really quick in places. And I just found it at some points phenomenally fast. Long corners downhill, which when we drove it were wet, and I was just thinking, this is like 160, 170 kilometers an hour. This is where the brave drivers, the gutsy drivers, they will hold it in, hold the throttle down. But there's a couple of little corners which will catch people out, and it did on the first pass this morning. So let's kind of hope everyone who's got to where they are so far now, let's hope that they can get themselves through here, and that is what we want to do, and get to the end now. They've had a good solid weekend. There's been a few little dramas. This stage this morning, Victor Cartier was off, Dmitry Feofanov, the ERC2 category cars, 2 of them were off. Paolo Soria in the Clio Trophy by Talksport WRC, he was off the road but got going again and continued. So plenty of little stories that have been going on in our ERC3 category. That is being led quite comfortably by Pep Bassas, but it's JB Franceschi who is behind him, who was leading, got a 3-minute penalty yesterday, and then has clawed his way back up. He dropped to 7th yesterday, clawed his way back up to 2nd overall now. He's now backed off. Now he's into 2nd because he can't catch Bassas on speed. There's not enough time left, not enough mileage left for him to try and claim information as they go through. But yeah, Franceschi yesterday, what a performance last night in the dark of Pindler. Eric Cais' time was impressive. Eric Cais' performance was impressive, but pound for pound, class for class, JB Franceschi was the star of that stage last night. He really was. A massive push by him in that stage. So just looking through the text commentary, Gianluca is watching. Gianluca, who is helps us out sometimes on Rally di Roma Capitale with translations and things like that. He is here. Someone in Madeira watching, which is great. So lots of people around. So Austria is watching, Portugal's watching, Hungary. So someone, Jenny asking, saying go Callum Devine. I thought I could hear a car behind me, but I can't. And just looking into the service park of some of the teams. That is the Eric Cais team. They are all back there. I've been keeping my eyes open just to see. I don't know whether his dad's coming to the end of the stage or whether he is staying in the service park. Philip Maris into the stage as well now. Our leading lights are in there. Only a few more before we get down to... Philip Maris is in. So next up will be 3 more cars to go in our top category. Over the jump, he's just gone there. So it is a demanding stage. It is a tricky stage. It's 25Ks. Hopefully everybody will get through without any dramas. I'm just scanning all the people around at the stop line. There's quite a few people at the stop line, but I am kind of just scanning around to see if I can see Miroslav Cais. But at the moment, I don't see him. I suspect he's probably staying away. Is he one of these superstitious people who will just stay away? Or maybe just arrive right at the last minute? But he might just watch it from the end of the stage. So we'll see. But it's I was just going to check to see if I had any messages coming through from the Cais team as they just get themselves prepared and get themselves in there. But it is tricky. There was rain forecast. I've come with the intermediate spec. I've got the shorts on and I've got a lightweight fleece because it is a little bit chilly when the sun's not out, and the sun comes in and out, in and out. Chris, the cameraman, he has gone with the full rain spec, waterproof coat, waterproof trousers, a fleece and everything. So he is expecting a lot of rain. I can tell you now, I hope the weather he's expecting does not appear, because I will get very, very wet if it does appear. So, but we'll see. 25 kilometers as it winds its way, as you can see by some of the graphics and the maps that we have, that it winds itself off. And just the start, as I was saying before, you go in through a little village, round a traffic island, down between some houses, and in through the builder's yard. It is a tricky little stage to start, particularly at the start, and it's a bitty stage at the start. It's a messy stage, and it's very difficult to get that rhythm and that flow. You need to kind of be on it from the start, and it's not the simplest thing in the world. But Mikkelsen is now into the stage happily, comfortably, well, maybe not happily, comfortably in third place. Yeah, maybe not happily, but he is in third place, which is good points for his championship campaign. As we were saying, he doesn't have, whoops, nearly knocked everything off my waist. He doesn't have Looking here to worry about, so to speak, but he understands the importance of that, of trying to take the big points out of him. And yeah, that builder's yard near the start is just a tricky little stage. But remember, they've done it once before, so they've got a little bit of an insight. But since they came through here, there's been lots and lots of cars. There was the remainder of the European Championship international field, then there's the national cars, then there was the historic cars. So quite a lot of cars have come through. So like cutting and things like that might have got bigger and messier, but you know, we'll see what goes on. So someone wishing Alberto Battistoli good luck. Alberto's had a good solid run this weekend, improving. Giandomenico Basso helping him this season as a driver coach, so that's good. I mean, if you're going to pick anyone from Italy to help you, Giandomenico Basso is a pretty handy driver to have on board and within your team. So that's good. There's everyone. I'm just looking at the pictures from the size service park. Everyone crowded around. I think it's a laptop screen, but everyone watching, waiting for Eric and Jędrzejczyk to enter the stage. It's not long before they come into the stage, and then 25 kilometers of action. I'm just going to give you what the stage time was. First time through this stage this morning, which was stage number 12, it was 13 minutes 42 seconds was the quickest time through here this morning. So we wait for cars to come. I'll just give you a little bit of an update of our other categories. Ken Thorn leads the ERC Junior category, and then, as we said, Tibor Erdi Jr., he's out front in ERC 2, Bassas out front in ERC 3, and JB Franceschi out front in ERC 3 Juniors. It is Darius Polonsky who leads the category with the Albars, and in front of the Renaults. The Renaults hadn't completed as... Oh, I saw a load of people moving. I just assumed that there was a car coming behind me. But Mabellini is out front. I do have a car. Miroslav Jakis is here. Mabellini is out front in the Clios, and there's a little bit of dampness down the side of the car, so just gives us a small insight to what it's like in there. Let's get a quick word with Miroslav. Get a quick word with him, see what he's up to. Miroslav, that's Barum Czech Rally ZLIN over and done with, but what's the condition of the road in there?
It was hard rally for us, but we are very happy to be in the finish. But this last one was very, very tricky. In the middle of the stage was rain, and I had medium tires, so it was crazy. So I am happy that we are in the finish and car is okay.
And some words in Czech?
Jsem rád, že jsme v cíli. Barumka byla těžká, tahle poslední rezeta taky extrémně. V půlce nám začalo pršet a jeli jsme na tvrdých slíkách, takže to bylo jenom o tom dojet do cíle a jsme rádi, že jsme autu nic neudělali, je to celé.
Thank you very much. So that's our first car completed and through, as we wait for more to come. It's a 14.3. So a little bit of rain in the middle of the stage is what we're being told there by Miroslav Jakis, as the next car already appearing. It's Callum Devine. Remember Callum Devine in a little bit of a battle at the 7th and 8th place. He had 1.5 seconds to make up if he wants to get into 7th or he'll remain in 8th, obviously depending on what is going on. There's a huge smile on Callum's face, so not sure what he's laughing about, but it's a 42.5. I'm not sure whether that's a 15. If it is, that's a disaster, or is it a 14? It's a 14, 30 seconds quicker than Miroslav Jakis. Wow. Callum, obviously a big battle between you and Llarena. Smile on your face when you came in. Tell me about it.
I don't think I came out on top this time. The stage is so good in the middle, and we're on a full, like, hard enough slick, you know, so yeah, not so good, but he's on the wet as well, so I don't know. But the last part of that, I'd say a kilometre, was dry, and we really pushed it. It was, yeah, pretty crazy, but yeah, look, we're through it, and I don't think we would have lost too much time to the guys behind, so we'll hold our own position, which would be great, and yeah, we'll see what happens.
What are your thoughts of the weekend on a whole?
Yeah, it's been great. The stages have actually been fantastic. The crowds and everything's been great, so yeah, it's been great, and learning the car, so yeah, big thanks to the team, and yeah, delighted.
That's it, that's great. So he's pretty confident it's going to be a top 10, but he's also pretty confident that he's not going to come out on top of there, running a harder package of tyre to a friend Llarena. Well, I don't know whether he's running it differently to Llarena, but running a harder compound of tyre, which in this middle section where it was a bit damp, wasn't what he needed. But Llarena, who's coming towards us, reporting in the previous stage that he nearly rolled the car in the first corner. So Llarena is clear. The wipers were just on. Let's just check the time. It's a 30. I mean, that should be, because he's on time, that should be a 14:30. Larena's done enough. And there could be some big gaps here, you know, with depending on how gutsy people are, there could be some big gaps. A friend, that's a good time. You've got past and kept in front of Callum Devine. How was it?
Yeah, for sure. It was than we expected. A bit sour at the beginning of the stage. We put cross tires with water and soft tires, so it works very well. So okay, for sure we are not happy with the weekend. We were just out of the pace, but anyway, we are in the finish line. One more rally to learn and to know how to drive this car in this type of conditions. So okay, I only want to say thank you to Ride in Spain, Grupo Pharma 10, and every guy that support us. So okay, we will back stronger.
In the previous stage, you were reporting you nearly had a roll at the start. You had a bit of a moment in the previous stage?
Yeah, almost roll. Just in the second right, I hit something in the inside and I put the car at two wheels. So, okay, unfortunately we were lucky.
¿En español?
Bueno, la verdad es que ahora hemos acertado, hemos hecho una monta bastante buena de ruedas, cruzado agua con blando y mira, oye, nos ha salido bien. La verdad que no estamos muy contentos con nuestro fin de semana, pero bueno, agradecer al Rally Spain, al Grupo Pharma 10, a todos los patrocinadores que tenemos que nos permiten estar aquí.
Gracias. Herczig, Cais and Jiska Zarkova are into the stage. Just for your information, they are into the stage as we just flick up. You know, I'm just going to get up. I'm kind of out of interest. I just want to see where the time 14:30.6 is the time for a friend Llarena. But where was Llarena? He had 54 seconds over Marczyk. I don't think he's going to be able to do that, because that's quite a big ask. Marczyk's done a 44. I suspect that'll be a 14:44. But Marczyk completing. Marczyk he's kept his rain tyres all weekend. I'm not even sure whether he's put them on for this. Yes, he has. He's got them on. He's kept them all weekend. So let's just see what he's got to say. Mikko, you've been waiting for the rain all weekend. They say there's a little bit in there, but how would you summarise it?
Yeah, the stage was really full mixed, I would say. Many parts were dry, many parts were wet. It was demanding, but we are on the finish of the Rally Barum, and this is the most important for us because we learn a lot, develop a lot, and now we have full knowledge about the Barum Rally, and it's important for the next year because we would like to fight for the better position. I'm really happy about the old weekend. Just I was not good in the evening Pindula stage. That was too much for me. I have a lot of information to analyze after this rally, and I'm really happy. Thank you, thanks to organizers for preparing such a great rally. Pozdrawiam serdecznie wszystkich kibiców z Polski. Jesteśmy na mecie rajdu Barum. Uważam, że zrobiliśmy z całym zespołem i Szymonem naprawdę dobrą pracę. Jestem szczęśliwy i jedziemy dalej. Mamy dużo danych do przeanalizowania i mam nadzieję, że to pozwoli nam, że staniemy się lepszym zespołem, a ja będę lepszym kierowcą. Pozdrawiam.
Dziękuję, thank you very much. A 14.44.0. 14.44.0 is the stage time of Mikko Marczyk. As I said before, Herczig, Cais and Kozakova are into the stage. And, you know, Llarena's had a really good run through. 12 seconds quicker than anyone. 14 quicker than Marczyk. Here comes Norbert Herczig. Had a complete mental block. 28.7 is what he's done. A 28.7. Herczig is that a 14.28.7. Just having a look around. He's got slicks on the car. There's a smile on his face. I'm not sure whether that's relief or satisfaction. We'll find out. Norbert, a smile on your face. I'm not sure if that's relief or satisfaction.
It was in the whole stage. We enjoyed the driving. So extremely was slippery, but so it had everything. Dry condition, and the start was the rain was coming, and after was just a little bit rain, and after was dry, and again absolute whole weather, and in the last some kilometers was absolute dry. So we enjoyed the whole rally. So thank you very much for the organizer. I learned again many things. Thank you.
And in Hungarian, please.
Hello srácok, hát nem tudom, hogy az életemben mentem már ilyen gyorságin, ez egy óriási élmény volt, nagyon komolyan átszaladtunk rajta itt a fényes aszfalton, a vízen, a slick abroncsal, de az is lehet, hogy ez volt a jó, úgyhogy majd meglátjuk a többieket. Köszönjük az egész hétvégi szurkolást, sziasztok!
Thank you very much. Another strong result for the Hungarian pair. I mean, has he done enough? Let's just get those times up. Herczig had 0.6 of a second over Maris. You know, Maris was really strong last night in the dark in Pindler, but a 14.28.7. So if Maris has done a 14.28.0 or quicker, Maris will go back past Norbert Herczig. Maris in sight now with us at the end of the stage. Let's see what he's got to do. Wipers just on. It's not actually raining quite here, thankfully, because I don't want to get wet. To 24. Oh, he's done it. He's done it. Maris has got him at the end. A storming drive through the long stages. Maris does. Yes, Maris does it. A punch of the fists and a high five in the car. A yes for the team there. 14.24.3. Philip Maris, last stage again in Bar. I mean, you take another place. You like last stages here?
Yes, it looks like I'm a specialist for the last stages of this rally, but honestly, it's been a really nice battle with Herczig. It's a shame for Simon Wagner that he retired, but it's like that. We started the rally with penalty, which is not ideal start, but finally we are in the finish, and fourth place is a good position for us, so we must be satisfied.
And some words in Czech?
Vypadá to, že jsem specialista na poslední recety Barumky, ale musím říct, že jsme si to užili. Tahle poslední receta byla hodně těžká, střídalo se tam sucho, mokro. My jsme nezačali závod úplně ideálně s penalizací, ale čtvrtý místo bereme všema 10 a je to pro nás dobrý výsledek.
Thank you very much. Just watching the pictures coming through. I appreciate I'm on a bit of a delay, but just watching the pictures come through, and we're just getting information in that Herczig Cais has stopped in the stage. We're just getting this information through that Cais is stopped in the stage. Not sure 100% until I actually see a picture of it, but there's news coming through on the phones. They've gone absolutely mad of the phone service, of the phone messages, that Herczig has stopped. We'll wait for more information, but Mikkelsen is arriving now at the end of the stage. This could be second place. This could be second place because the news is Cais is stopped at the moment. just coming through on the phones. Let's just get up the feed again and see if we can get more through on this. Let's just see what is happening. We'll just flick it back up, refresh it. Andreas Mikkelsen at the end, good points for his championship. Cais is off the road, he's on his side, Cais is rolled. Andreas, it's been a solid, strong weekend championship-wise for you. How would you summarise it?
Yeah, it's been a good weekend. It hasn't been easy to return to Barum after almost 10 years and be on the pace. The guys have been really fast, so I've done our best, but you know, keeping the championship in mind as well. Looks like now we have a good advantage in the championship, so that's good.
And some words in Norwegian, please.
Det har vært en bra helg. Jeg er fornøyd med måten jeg og Jonas har løst ting på. Det er klart at vi kjører også for mesterskapet, så det å kjøre fullt, det har vi ikke gjort, men det er også vanskelig på de veiene når man ikke kjenner de så godt. Det er veldig spesielle veier her, så jeg vil si at vi er veldig fornøyd.
You won't know this, but I'm about to tell you, Cais has stopped. You are second overall at the end.
Really? Ah, he had a big gap, huh? Okay.
Okay, second place now for Andreas Mikkelsen. Jan Kopecký is about to come through, and he doesn't know Kopecký is about to win this rally because Cais is upside down in the stage. So Eric Cais, the winner, he doesn't know it yet, but Cais is on his side. He's rolled in the stage. This is unbelievable news. Unbelievable. Jan Kopecký doesn't realise it because he has no idea, but Jan doesn't realise that he has just won Barum Czech Rally ZLIN. We're about to tell him, Jan, you're about to be told you've just won Barum Czech Rally ZLIN. Cais has crashed in the final stage.
He crashed?
Yeah.
Okay. What we can do, I can say, I think he deserves to win. It's easy.
It's a tough one. It is a tough one for you, a home rally. But yeah, he was so strong. What words have you got for him of what he did this weekend?
It was, a really difficult rally. It's changing conditions first day. Today, this last stage also, some places wet, some places dry. And okay, yesterday we had a nice fight with Andreas and Eric, and from last Pindula he just was unbelievable fast. Okay, he crashed this. Okay, I'm quite bitter, because I really deserve that win, But anyway, big thanks to Jan and to whole team. Hopefully we can come back next year,
Some words in Czech, please.
Je mi hrozně líto, že to Erik rozbil na poslední rychlostní zkoušce. Opravdu od včerejší poslední pinduly tahal za to lano a byl opravdu nepřemožitelný během dnešní etapy, takže je mi za něj líto, že to rozbil na té poslední vložce, ale to je prostě rally a já bych chtěl moc poděkovat Honzovi Hlouškovi, celému týmu a tátovi, mý rodině, ženě a jsme rádi, že jsme tady.
I know you probably don't want to celebrate, but I think the photographers want you out of the car and your fans. So, yeah, what a dramatic weekend. What a dramatic end. It's not kind of what they want to be doing, because obviously huge respect and admiration for what the young pairing of Czechs have done behind them. Yeah, huge disappointment for Eric Cais and Jędrzejka Zarkova, but they are. Yeah, they're okay. So from what we've been told, they're okay. So he's just wanting to know. I mean, I'm being told they're okay. I'm just looking at the car. I'll try and get the feed up for him just to have a quick look. And but from what let's just get a message. See if the messages are up. Jan Kopecký, obviously. Just wanting to know, hearing that the crew are okay, but that is, huge disappointment for Eric Cais, and actually for Jan Kopecký, he's just a bit shocked by it. He's just, down in the dumps. Down in the dumps a little bit. So yeah, it's like having the air taken out of you, having the wind taken out of you. But this man, we talked about it at the top of the show. 25 Ks of tricky conditions. And Herczig, Cais, Zarkova, we got a message saying that the crew are okay. I'm just going to go through. There were several messages. Let me just check all of my messages that I had, just to make sure that we know. And just going through all of them now. So yeah, I mean, we've had a text saying the crew okay. I'm sure when I was watching it on my phone that I could see at least one of them wandering around, because they have silver crash helmets. So I think Jiska has a silver crash helmet, and I could see a silver crash helmet. But just beyond us here, they've stopped again just down here. So as the Czech media, and it's just a bit chaotic. I don't think they're really believing what's happened. So I'm just going to flick up the results as such. The stage has been stopped because Herczig, Cais and Jiska Zarkova's car is blocking the road. So stage has been stopped at the minute, and lots of drama. So let's just get up those results, because we've got no one else to talk to. And yeah, I kind of feel the same as Jan Kopecký. Gutted, really. I mean, he's just won the rally, but he's full of admiration for the young Czech pairing. But Jan Kopecký ends up winning the rally. Bàrum Czech Rally ZLIN by 40 seconds from Andreas Mikkelsen. Philip Maris is on the podium. And then it is Norbert Herczig in fourth, Mikko Marczyk in fifth, a friend Llarena in sixth, Callum Devine in seventh, and Miroslav Jakis in eighth. There is cars parked behind Cais and Zarkova's car whilst they wait to come through. But that's the day over. That's the rally over. We have our winners. Double figures for Jan Kopecký. It's quite staggering what the guy does and how he seems to be able to master this rally and these conditions. But I still think, even though they haven't won this event, what the young pair in that stage, in that Crash Ford Fiesta now, have managed this weekend, particularly last night in Pindler, where they were just awesome. They were absolutely awesome. They put in two stages in Pindler over 15 seconds into Jan Kopecký, the master of Bàrum Czech Rally ZLIN. So huge credit and satisfaction will go to Herczig, Cais and Jiska Zarkova with the pace that they have shown this weekend. It's kind of been there, but they needed their home rally to kind of fully get it out and get everybody and all the maximum in. For it to go wrong in the final stage is huge disappointment for them. But the Czechs do have a winner. Andreas Mikkelsen gets a few more points, and they have a Czech driver on the podium, which is Philip Maris. So there's still two Czechs on the podium, but it is Jan Kopecký, Andreas Mikkelsen and Philip Maris. I don't know when this stage will restart, because that car is on its side in the middle of the road. But we've been told the crew are okay. That is the most important thing initially. It'll hurt far bigger. This will hurt in the head and the heart of Herczig, Cais and Jiska Zarkova later on, tonight, tomorrow, and for the next week or two, until basically we go to the Azores towards the end of September. That's where we are off to next. We've had a really good weekend. Near enough stayed dry all weekend, which is quite rare for Bàrum Czech Rally ZLIN. But that's us finished on our Facebook Lives. Thanks for following us on ERC platforms this weekend. But Jan Kopecký has just won Bàrum Czech Rally ZLIN again.